welcome back to my channel and welcome to another crochet vlog. This one is specifically a getting my knit and crochet life together because there have been multiple things that I need to do that I keep procrastinating on, and I guess the only way these days that I get anything done is if I pull out the camera and I start recording myself. So it's been a pretty chill morning. I was just working a little bit on these socks. I literally just started the heels, so for the next little bit it's going to be moving a little bit slower, but that's okay. I'm doing a heel flap and gusset, which I am getting a lot more comfortable with those, so I don't mind it as much as I used to, but it's time to get to work. So there's a lot of things that I need to do to just feel more put together in my knit and crochet life. So the first thing is I finished a pair of socks a week or two ago, but I've not woven in any of the ends. I just need to sit down and weave in all the ends, and then they are officially completely done. So that is the first thing on the list. The second is I really want to keep track of all of my projects that I make this year. It's something that I always intend to do and then I never do, but I really want to get in the habit of actually tracking all of my projects. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use the app Knit and Note. It is a newer app, and I will say it is more geared towards knitters, if you can't tell by the name, but I'm also going to be using it as a crocheter. It's very similar to Ravelry, where you can have a project page, put in notes, put in photos. There's like a community tab. You can find patterns and designs in there. So it has a lot of the same functions. It's just a little bit more aesthetic and more of my style. And I do like that it is an actual app too. So I feel like it is a little bit easier for me to use, and I will link their website down below where you can download the app. I need to go in, it is literally the middle of February, but I need to go in and add in all of the finished projects that I've already finished this year, and then add in all of my whips. So we need to do that. Outside of that, I just need to work on some designs. I have a bandana scarf design that I want to make progress on. I have the base of the pattern figured out. I just need to figure out borders, and I need to start another sample so then I can get step-by-step photos along the way. So I don't know if I'm going to start another one of those today, but that is something I need to work on. So that is where we're at. That's kind of what I need to do to get my knitting and crocheting life together. I honestly don't really want to start, but I think I just need to like put something on YouTube and force myself to get to work. I have my socks here, and I'm just going to weave in all the ends on these. There really isn't too many, but I just don't want to do it, but we're gonna do it and we're gonna get it done. I think I have all of my finished projects compiled and together to track in the Knit and Note app. My socks that I literally just finished this morning, I have some book sleeves. And speaking of book sleeves, one moment, I have these samples from the design that I never really finished, and I don't think I'm going to actually finish these. They were all prototypes. Like, this has a double ruffle, this had a different stitch down here. This one I honestly just kept messing up on, but I just made it so I can take photos. So I'm not going to track these because I'm most likely going to, not most likely, I am going to rip all of these out. So maybe we'll do that in this vlog. Probably not, but yeah, I did crochet these. They are basically done, but since I'm ripping them out, I'm not going to count them as a finished project. I was just literally designing and playing around and figuring out what worked. So I'm not going to include these, even though like that is like 3 projects. I'm not going to include those. And then I have my bandana, the green one. I'm still going to track this one now. I'm working on a second sample, and right now I'm like playing around with different borders and things. So this one isn't done yet, but I am just gonna like track it now while I have it. Also, the socks that I was working on this morning, I need to just track those as a project. I need to actually go grab those. But this is kind of what we are going to work on next. I'm going to work on getting the photos and tracking them in the app. And in case you're interested in the EndNote, I thought I would go through and put one of my projects in with you just so you can kind of see how it works. I'm also still pretty new to using this, but hopefully I can get more comfortable with using it this year. And this is not sponsored by them at all. They do not know I exist, but I just wanted to shout out a new and different way of tracking your projects in case Ravelry doesn't work for you, or you know, you don't like doing it on pen and paper and you just want a cute, easy, cohesive way of doing that. So right here you can see on just the home page, you can see like completed projects. You can also track your skeins. You can track yards and ounces used. That is too detailed for me. I will not be doing that, but you know, they have like these cool tutorials. So here you can track your projects. You can plan projects, which I think is really great. And honestly, I need to remember that for the future. Your active projects, like literally the Advent shawl is still in here. The Advent shawl is finished. I finished her last summer and she's still in here. And then also completed projects, which, oh, I did track the this book sleeve. I did not realize that I did that. So there we go. And yeah, I never put in an actual finished project for the cardigan, which I actually changed the name to the Comfort Cardigan from the Merit Cardigan. You can see there are patterns in here that you can look at, as well as you can track your stash, which I think is a really good tool. Again, I'm not, there's even like a yarn calculator in here. Oh, and journal. See, this is like new to me. I really have not gone into the app that much. You can even create a profile for the community, which I'm not done yet. But we're mostly just gonna hang out here in projects. So I'm not gonna go in any particular order. And since this one is already done, we're just gonna throw her over there. I think I'm gonna start with a book sleeve. Again, I'm not doing this in any particular order, but I'm just gonna go in here and I'm going to add a new project. And I just gave these names yesterday. I think the envelope one, see, with the book sleeves I did like female author names. So I know there's Jane for Jane Austen, Agatha Christie or Agatha, and then Louise for Louise May Alcott. I forget what the envelope one is named. I know the ruffle one is Jane. I'm pretty sure this one is Agatha. So I'm just gonna put in for now Agatha book sleeve. Done. My nose is getting so runny. And what I like is for a photo, you can just take a photo right here, right now, or you can add in a different photo from your library. So I literally just took finished product photos the other day, so I'm going to just add that in. It's not an edited photo, but I'm just going to put that in. You can see you can put the pattern in, and when you scroll down to details, you can see there's the name. And again, this is where it's more geared towards knitters, where it has needle size, but I know what I mean ish when I like put in a 7. I know I used a K-hook for that. You can put in the yarn that you used. It says started. I don't know when I started it. I think it was, we're just gonna put there, and then I completed it. We're just gonna put in a random date because I don't really remember, and it's okay. And then you can add notes down there, which I think is really cool if there's any other notes that you want to add about it. And then I'm just gonna complete the project. And how cute is that? That's so fun. So anyways, that's kind of ish how Knit and Note works, and you can share your project then. And then you can just come back over here to completed, and there she is. So this program and this app, it's not geared towards crocheters, and so it's not perfect, but they have been making a ton of progress and lots of updates and adding a ton of things in the app, so it is a really good resource. I'm just gonna go ahead and add in the rest of my projects exactly how I did this one. If there's any notes that I want to add, I can go ahead and add those in, but for right now we're just going to work on tracking all of these projects. Okay, I just finished tracking all of these projects. As I was finishing them, I was just throwing them on the floor. Now it is time to clean up this mess. So it has been a few days since I last recorded, and I'm so excited for today because I have a lot of crocheting that I want to get done on a new design. I had some yarn come in over the weekend that I will quickly show you. I'm probably going to go into more detail on the podcast, the next podcast, so I'm just going to show it to you really quickly. But yes, I'm really excited today to work on a new design, but first I have to make my coffee, and I thought it'd be really fun to show you how I am making my coffee lately because it has been so good, and I just get so excited to drink it every single time. And the best thing about this recipe is it is so insanely quick, easy, and affordable because all you need is instant coffee. You don't need any special tools or anything like an espresso machine to make a delicious latte / iced coffee with this. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I learned this method from a TikToker. I believe her account is Mama D or something like that. I will try to remember to link her down below because she has a lot of really good coffee videos, and this is where I learned her from. I have been hooked on this coffee for, I mean, I want to say like a month and a half or so that I've been drinking my coffee like this, and it has been saving me so much money because I haven't felt the need to go out and buy a good coffee. So I'm using instant coffee, and then I also use water, milk, ice. For flavoring, you can obviously do whatever you want. I have been in the mood lately for a brown sugar maple, so I'm just using some brown sugar and then some pure maple syrup that I have. So I'm going to show you how I make this. So I just filled my glass with about half a cup of water. I don't measure, but I feel like this is about right. And then I'm going to warm this up in the microwave for 30 to 45 seconds. Lately, since I've just been putting in straight brown sugar, I will do 45 seconds, but if I actually plan ahead and make like a brown sugar syrup, I will do 30 seconds. So I just warmed up my water, so now I'm going to put in my iced coffee. I do about 2 to 3 teaspoons. I don't really measure it, I just sort of put it in. Then I grab my brown sugar and I put in about a teaspoon. And then I don't measure my maple syrup, but I just pour in probably honestly about a tablespoon. And then I like to take one of these blenders and blend it. If you don't have one of these, you can just like put the lid on the jar and then shake it. That also works really well. You're just dissolving the instant coffee and getting the brown sugar dissolved and then the maple syrup mixed in. Okay, so that should be good. It's all mixed in. Then I like to put in 4 to 5 ice cubes. Then I will top this off with whole milk. You can use any type of milk that you have. And there you go. This is how I have been making my coffee recently. You do not need to be spending your money on expensive lattes in 2024 when you can make it at home. If you have seen my last couple podcasts, then you will know that I'm working on like a bandana type design. So today I need to work on a border for it. I'm thinking, I kind of did 2 samples right here. This one is more of like a picot, I don't know, type border. This is a little bit more scallopy, and I think that this is what I want to go with. So I need to crochet this border on this bandana, and then honestly, if I could block this today, that would be really great. I also started another sample for it. Was this on Saturday? A couple days ago. And I got this far. These are just so fun to crochet. And this time around, I am taking the process photos, like the step-by-step photos on how to crochet this. So this one is a little bit slower going, where I have to like stop every now and then and get a photo of it, but it is still going by really quickly. So I think, even though I just want to crochet on this one because it's just fun and mindless, I think I should probably work on this one and work on crocheting the border and get this one finished, so that I can block it today. Also, before I do that, I'm going to quickly show you. You can kind of see up here. Let me move the camera so you can see. This is the yarn that I was talking about that came. Also, don't mind my cute little duck basket right there. I am so excited. I'm not going to be using all of these colors in the same project. Oh, by the way, this is Dishy by We Crochet and Knit Picks. I don't want to say just yet what I'm going to make with all of these, but it is going to be a really fun springy summer design that I am so excited about. I'm not going to be using, at least I don't think, be using all of these colors in the same design. I just wasn't sure exactly what colors I wanted to use and how many, so I just picked some of my favorites, and I just think they're so pretty and so fun and just the perfect spring and summer palette.